Oh, hello everybody. It seems you clicked on this video because you would like to hear what I think is the most obnoxious Yu-Gi-Oh card in the entire Yu-Gi-Oh trading card game. Well, the easy answer to this one, of course, is this card right here. But it's not that one, actually, believe it or not. Has Obnoxious in the name. It's not the most obnoxious card in Yu-Gi-Oh! The question really is, what makes a card worthy of having the word obnoxious in its card name? How about we look at this next card? Inspector Border. Okay. What's his Japanese name? Inspect Border. Okay, cool. Light, level 4. Machine Monster, 2000 attack, 2000 defense. I like machine monsters. I've got Machine Tattoo. Probably gonna love this card, right? What's its effect? Cannot be normal or special summoned if you control a monster. Okay, no problem. I understand that. Neither player can activate a monster effect unless the number of monster effects that player has previously activated that turn is less than the number of monster card types currently on the field. Ritual Fusion, Synchro Exceed, Pendulum, Link. Okay. Brackets. If an effect's activation was negated, it still counts towards the total for that turn, but only count effects that were activated while this monster was face up on the field. Full stop. What? Apparently this card was a meta card at one point. I don't know if that's true, I don't play in tournaments anymore, but allegedly it was pretty good back in the day. It might still see play now. I don't understand what it does, but yeah. This wording is so obnoxious to me. Why would they do something like this? Why would they make something so confusing for a card effect? I think it's ridiculous. Honestly, I only saw this card for the first time the other day, and once I read its effect, I felt it was obnoxious. The only kind of card I would give some confusing wording like this to is a card that's purposefully written weird as a joke. So like if you had a card called like Ridiculous Effect or Understand This or something like that, and you put the word in so confusing that you can only really play it if you understand how it works, and it's got like a decent ability. I think that's quite fun. You put loads of like double negatives in there. You can not use this card if you don't have a monster that is, but things like that. That's quite funny. This is just ridiculous. You need to like break down the ability the first time you read it. I understand that once you know what it does, you know what it does. But look at this. Cannot be normal or special summoned if you control a monster. You can set this card face down, though, so that bit's fine. We're not complaining about that. Neither player can activate a monster effect unless the number of monster effects that player has previously activated that turn is less than the number of monster card types currently on the field. So, I don't even know if I'm getting this right, but so if I have 2 monsters on the field, but my opponent... Wait. Neither player can activate a monster effect unless the number of monster effects that player has previously activated that turn is less than the number of monster cards currently on the field. So, okay, if I have 2 monsters on the field, and there is also, at the same time, a ritual and a fusion monster, it's 2 different types, I can use both my monster's effects, right? But no, if an effect's activation was negated, it still can... Oh, wait, no, that's not right. I've got that wrong. Unless the number of monster effects that... Oh, wait, no player can activate a monster's effect unless the number of monster effects that player previous that turn is less than the number of monster card types. If there's a fusion card and a ritual card in the field, 2 effects before I can activate an effect. No player can only activate a monster effect unless the number of monster effects that player has previously activated that turn. If an effect's activation was negated, it still only can. I don't understand. I don't understand! Look at this! There's a discussion thing on Reddit. Can someone explain to how Inspector Border's effect works? Basically, okay, I can't say his name. Basically, you count the number of different special monster card types on the field. Effect and normal don't count. And that number is how many times a player can activate a monster effect per turn. For example, if there's a ritual and synchro on the field, each player can only activate up to 2 monster effects per turn. Oh, wait. No, I was right the first time. Because the wording on the card threw me off. I was right the first time, but it threw me off. So that's so much more easier to understand. There is no point to this video. It's just I learned about this card, and I just want to talk about it for a bit. Its effect isn't that confusing once you know it, but just reading the card and making sense of it is ridiculous. I would really like Konami to make a tongue twister type card that just has the most ridiculous effect ever, but that's the point of it. This is just a card, and it just has a ridiculous effect. I didn't want this to be a big discussion video. I literally just wanted to talk about this card for just like 2 or 3 minutes because I only saw it the other day, and I was like, oh my god, that effect. But yeah, if you've already knew about this card for ages, then fair play to you. If you play this card and you completely understand it, and you think I'm silly for not understanding it straight away, fair enough as well, I guess. Maybe I'm a little bit slow. But if you've never seen this card before and you've just seen it and you're like, oh my god, that's an effect. There's a couple more of these that exist in the world. Maybe we'll talk about them one day. If you'd like a video on it, then I guess we could do that. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Bye.